As we all know, factories have been getting near to the cities over the time, and this is a big problem due to the population that lives next to these factories, because it is harmful to their health due to the pollutants that these factories are producing. In this PBL, we are going to focus on the cotton factory that is in San Pedro Cholula. That is a great pollutant because during the production of the cotton, toxins like sodium hydroxide and hydrogen peroxide are released in the environment, causing diseases to the people that live next to the factory.
Okay, now I'm going to present you a list of actions or solutions you can make to redeem this problem. The first thing to do is to gather a group of people and go to the factory to let the men in charge know about this problem and maybe make them do something. If that's not an option, then we have two different paths here. The one of the hydrogen peroxide and the one of the sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide cannot be evaporated easily, so it only pollutes water. And the way to combat this problem, this pollution problem, would be to not use the water from the river it's polluting the factory, but maybe to catch some rainwater to do daily activities. In the case of the hydrogen peroxide, there's not much you can really do just to make sure the factory just reduces the use of it, because it damages you by breathing it, inhaling it, or consuming it, or only touching the skin can make the skin irritate, and it can cause really breathing problems and also gastrointestinal problems.
Well, as we know, the cotton industry is is basically the factories that make more pollution to the air, make more noise, make more air pollution, water pollution, and unfortunately, there is one cotton factory near Cholula where more than 1 million people lives near the factory. They go to the kids go to school, they go to works, and they need to live every day, every single day with all of this pollution. More with the chemicals that the factory throws. In the document, we say that, and we know that the cotton industry is the one that makes more pollution with the making of t-shirts, with the making of jeans, because the cotton needs to be in the fields. They throw to the cotton with water and pesticides that really makes damage to the environment. We know, for example, in China there is the more quantity of cotton industries there. We don't need more explanation because in China is the first country with more pollution in the world. So here in Puebla we need to take care of that things. We need to make the people conscious, and we need to make conscious the factories that with all this kind of thing, with the pollution, with the control of pollution, the people that live there the same need to be careful with these kind of things.
As it is known, the damage of the different cotton industries has a great impact on the environment, as it is explained in this PBL, with the people who may be living in its surroundings. It is mentioned how the majority of the industries throw their toxic waste to the environment, also influencing the damage of the soil, air, and water, as well as the direct damage to the population. In this case, the use of hydrogen peroxide, which is used in the textile industries, causes serious damage on large scale as it produces millions of clothes every day. It is mentioned that China is a power in the creation of textiles, which leads us to a large number of existing industries, reaching 400 micrograms per cubic meter in the capital, Beijing. This directly influences the pollution of rivers, which are usually consumed by some towns nearby. All this leads us to analyze how thousands of people daily have contact with environmental pollution produced by these companies. Fortunately, in the city of Puebla, the damage is still controlled and pollution is in the normal ranges. However, the location is close to school and housing areas, which mostly coexist with indirect pollution.